It was midnight, the cemetery silent, but not empty. Yasser, the gravedigger, worked alone under a pale moon. As he lowered the coffin into the ground, a wall of an ancient tomb collapsed. A coffin, untouched for over 100 years, revealed itself. Inside, a rotten wooden chest, sealed with iron nails. When Yasser touched it, black smoke burst into the air, and then a whisper echoed in his mind. "We've been waiting for you." Inside the chest was a book, bound in human skin, inked in blood. The book of darkness, his curse, and his destiny. In his hut, Yasser opened the book by candlelight. Symbols twisted across the pages, drawings of horned beasts and eyeless faces. The more he read, the more his eyes grew dark. The whispers grew louder. "The book is yours, but the price is your soul." From that night, Yasser was never alone again. At midnight, he drew a pentagram on the ground with his own blood. He lit 7 crimson candles and placed a decayed ram's head in the center. The wind howled from nowhere. The walls shook. The voice commanded, "Call me, and I shall answer." Yasser screamed, "Take my soul! Give me money!" Suddenly, a leather bag dropped from the ceiling. Money exploded across the room. Yasser laughed like a madman, unaware that his damnation had begun. Overnight, Yasser became rich, from a gravedigger to a businessman with towers, cars, and servants. But with every deal he closed, someone died. A partner burned alive in his car. A worker drowned in the bath. Another fell dead for no reason. The richer he grew, the bloodier his hands became. One night, Yasser woke up to footsteps in his mansion. He saw his daughter standing by his bed, her eyes black as ink. She whispered in a deep, monstrous voice, "Father, I am the next sacrifice." He looked down. Blood soaked his hands, and in his arms was her lifeless body. He screamed, but the nightmare would not end. The basement door, locked with 7 chains, was wide open. Inside, the walls were covered with the same markings from the grave. Shadows of dead men appeared, faces burned, bodies torn. They screamed, "You sold us to the darkness." Then a colossal figure rose, out of smoke and fire with eyes of blood. The demon said, "The wealth is finished. Now it's your turn." Newspapers screamed, "Yasser bankrupt, Yasser ruined." He ran to his vaults, but every coin turned to ash in his hands. He fell to his knees, crying, "Take my life. Just let me rest." But the demon's voice answered, "Your life? That was the first thing you sold." Blood poured from Yasser's chest, forming symbols across the floor. The mansion was alive, walls breathing, eyes watching. Children's cries echoed in the halls. From the shadows, his wife appeared, half her face burned. She whispered, "You gave me as sacrifice. Now I will take you with me." Her burnt hand reached for his throat, cold as the grave. Days later, in the old cemetery, a grave was found open, but empty. On the tombstone was carved, "Yasser, the gravedigger who sold his soul." From the soil, faint sobs were heard. "Give me back my daughter. I don't want money, please. Just give her back." But the only reply was the endless laughter of the devil. The covenant is eternal, and the end is always blood.